Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to another TBL Thursday with your favorite Mexican. Hello, my beautiful people out here on YouTube. What is happening? Welcome to another TBL Thursday. I can't believe it's Thursday again, friends. Where has the time gone? I was doing some stuff with Bill today and I looked at the time and then I looked at the calendar and then I realized that it was Thursday, and guess what time it is? That's time to come and say hello to the peeps. And I was not about to cancel. I was not about to cancel on my friends, even if I just come and hop on here and let you know what the latest tea is, what the latest news is. Say hello to the peoples and hang out and let you know what has been going on here on the channel. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to come in your computer, your tablet, your TV, your PC, wherever it is that you're allowing me to come in. And thank you for supporting this channel. This channel is what it is because of you. And I am here on Thursdays because of you. So with that said, thank you, friends. Thank you. And thank you to all of my friends that watch us all around the world. It's unbelievable. Every time after I see the live stream to see what's going on around the world of YouTube, I am always surprised to see in how many countries they watch TBL. It's weird. Never in my wildest dreams I would think that my channel would be seen in some of these countries, but I guess it is. I guess it is, and some people like the silliness, right? Like James Catanese.
James.
Welcome, James Catanese. There's Bill in the background saying hello to you, James. What is happening? James is saying hello. Welcome to TBL Thursday. How have you been, James? I hope everyone is at least having a decent week, friends. At least having a decent week. I know it's been tough out there for the country this week. Over in the Midwest and in the Carolinas, we were struck by that Arctic blast where there was a bunch of individuals that were stranded with the snow. Over in the West Coast, we have our peeps in California with the wildfires. That's just super intense out there, and all of our prayers and thoughts are with our friends in California. I cannot imagine what that is like. It's got to be an unbelievable scene. So our prayers and our thoughts are with our peeps in California. And wildfires are a sight to see, friends. They are a sight to see. I remember when Bill and I were traveling in Yosemite and we got to witness some of the wildfires. And like my daughter would say, it is beautiful and horrifying to look at the same time, because just the magnitude of the fire and the beauty, but also it can be scary, right? I mean, especially if it's a fire that's going to get out of hand, it can be potentially dangerous. Then it can maybe no longer be looked as beautiful and more on the dangerous side. So, and our Carolinas and friends this week, out here in Texas, Bill and I are traveling in the Texas area right now. I i won't get very specific for security purposes, but we are in the South Texas area, and we have been enjoying the weather. This past week, that it was super cold, and it was not us because we are in South Texas, but North Texas, the Red River, Dallas, Fort Worth, they got also struck by the Arctic blast. My daughter lives over in that area, and she said that they received a couple of inches of snow, and we didn't get anything here. But this week, I received a notice on my phone saying that out here, close to the Houston area, that there's going to be possibly snow coming on Tuesday. which that's bizarre, friends. It's been a while since there's been snow in Houston, and it's usually unheard of, right? I mean, we're on the outskirts of Houston, but just in that area of South Texas, the Houston area, or let's just say anything south of the Dallas, excuse me, of the Dallas Fort Worth area, it's hard for us to get snow, but the forecast is calling for snow. So that's going to be exciting, friends. That's going to be exciting for us to see. James Ketani saying we miss you guys. We miss you too, James. I hope you're doing super awesome. Mo bang for your bucks. Tim, what's happening, Tim? Did you make it a courtside? What are the happenings out there? I know it's been chilly over here. We were discussing the weather on the last live stream. So,
Tim.
Nancy and Bill, what drama do you have this week? Well, settle in, Mobang. Settle in, Mobang. James Catany saying my daughter is in Texas. And James saying hello to Tim. Yeah, we're supposed to be getting about an inch of snow, which is exciting because this new campground that Bill and I are at. Well, let's backtrack. From our last live stream, that's really good Kool-Aid. From our last live stream, I remember saying, friends, that Bill and I were traveling and we had trouble with our tires on one of our past live streams. I shared with you that one of our tires, I mean, we didn't really have a blowout, but it was a bad tire. By the time that we got to the campground, it was just kaput, right? It wasn't working anymore. And we were in the middle of that, of trying to move to a different campground. And
it's non-alcoholic, people, believe
me. Yeah, Bill is saying my Kool-Aid is non-alcoholic, believe me. But before we got to the campground, we stopped to get the tires checked, and the technician at Discount Tire told me that since we had been stationary for a while, that our tires were old. Two of them were getting a bulge right there in the area of the tire, and that it was going to be a matter of time before poof or something happened. So his professional opinion was that we should just go ahead and replace everything. And this is where we left off
the
on
guy who sells tires said that.
The guy that sells tires told us that. This is where we left off on the live stream last Thursday. And this Thursday, I am happy to announce that we have new tires on the house. Yes, sir. Bill and I were able to leave our Thousand Trails location, and we made it to Discount Tire, and we purchased all 5 tires. Our RV, we have our fifth wheel. We have a 42-foot fifth wheel, and it takes 4 tires. And we usually upgrade from the tires that come from the manufacturer. We upgraded to H-rated tires because, I mean, we're hauling about 18,000 pounds down the road, right? We need some resistance in the tires. And might as well, let's just go ahead and change the spare.
Resistance.
Right? So let's just go ahead and change the spare and let's do everything. So after a couple of $1,000 later, or a leg and a partial arm, or an arm and a partial leg, however you want to, I mean, we're splitting hairs here, right? We were able to get the tires installed and everything. But even though they were pricey, I mean, we didn't want to go with the cheap ones either. I mean, even though I am saying pricey, I am sort of complaining about the price. I mean, they could be a little cheaper, right? We could all save a little extra money on tires, but we decided not to go with the cheapest because it's our house, right? It's our RV. Our house is literally riding on the tires. So we wanted to get something good, but maybe something that was not like top of the line, because one of the other quotes that one of the individuals quoted me was close to $500 a tire.
Yeah, no.
So you can just imagine right? $500 a tire, plus it was like 300 and something or something along those lines for the installation. So you can just imagine. But with that said, it is, I don't know if you can put a price on the peace of mind that you feel after leaving Discount Tire and knowing that your house and your RV is safe. That you don't have to worry if you're going to have a blowout, if it's going to cause damage underneath the RV. How long is it going to be before the other tire gives out? Is the bulge that is on the edge of the tire going to hold up? I mean, that's not, there's already enough stress in a travel day. There's already enough stress in a travel day of having to plan the route, to having to get the RV ready, to add on top of that the stress. Are my tires going to make it, friends? And we all have been there, right? We all have been there in this lifestyle, or even not even as a traveler, just as a vehicle driver, that your tire has gone out on you, and it's always a bummer. But in our lifestyle, for RVers, the vanners, our campers out there, like I said, your life is literally riding on the tires. And the piece of the peace of mind that Bill and I got from replacing all of the tires, I would even say it was worth the price, even though it was pricey. But just knowing that now we can get from A to B with no problem, it's, I don't know, it's like a weight off of your shoulders. Is one less thing to worry about, right? I'm saying.
Mhm.
James Catanese, we have snow here in Pennsylvania. I know some of y'all are getting snow out there in the country. It's cold here in Quartzsite. I didn't leave Illinois for more cold. Well, more bang for your bucks. I think there's another cold band that it's supposed to be coming through the country next week. But I'm in California, 56. Ooh, 56. That's not bad. 56 is good. That not a flat, that a blowout. Yeah, it was, and that was the thing, that for us it wasn't a blowout. It was kind of like this. It was a tread problem because our tire pressure monitoring system didn't go off because we didn't lose pressure on the tire. So I mean, mobile for your buck saying RV life ain't cheap, right?
No.
Exactly. James Catanese, house in winter, not either summer. We out in the house. Yeah, RV life ain't cheap. So, but you have to spend the money if you want to be in the lifestyle. And it depends on the individual. But for us, we don't want to go with the cheapest thing. Just like our surge protector. It's another thing that we don't want to go cheap on because your electrical system is riding on it. So we are not getting the cheapest, but we are not getting also the top of the line. We like to stay right in the middle or right above the middle, like medium to high range of articles. Yeah, our surge protector, it's the good card. We have a watchdog, and that surge protector has saved us so much.
And the water pressure regulator is not something you want to skimp on either.
That's true. That's another one that Bill just brought up, the water pressure regulator for the RV. That's something else that you don't want to skimp on. If those are three things that you want to make sure that you at least invest in your RV, it would be those. I highly recommend it, and you won't regret it. And then again, you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. We have all been in those situations where we wanted to save a little money and we got the cheaper item, but it ended up being more expensive. Mm-hmm. We have all learned the hard way. We have all learned the hard way. But now with new tires, we can explore new places. We can go to different places. We don't have to worry if we are going to get there or not, right? And
we always worry.
And some of the places that Bill and I have found lately through our travels in Texas, that's another thing that I'm going to talk about. Some of the campgrounds that we found have been like super, super cool. Let me see if I can.
You tell me fix our slide.
I oh, here we go. Look at this. Right? This is one of the campgrounds that Bill and I found while we were camping out here in Texas. And it is just so pretty. What can I say? It's just beautiful, right?
Which one?
The one in Magnolia.
Oh yeah.
It's just breathtaking, right? But you get to find some really, really neat places. Pay now or pay later, dearly, says Mo Bang for your bucks.
Mhm.
That's true.
That's a smart man.
You just, I don't know, we found that I don't like to skimp anymore because you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. And same with the campgrounds. Friends, Bill and I have been traveling along North Texas, South Texas, and we've been finding some cute little campgrounds that we all RVers find, right? At least those of us that are members of Thousand Trails, where you have to do your week out or you go from campground to campground or just basic travel around the country, right? And you need to find the place to stay for a couple of days. Sometimes you get really lucky and I don't know, find like those little hidden gems, right?
So
Where you just Google campgrounds near me and you look around and you try to find the best deal. And then you end up being really surprised about the type of campgrounds that you find or the amenities that they have or what they come with. And it's sometimes you are very pleasantly surprised. And I have been finding lately some of those super cute, I
so
guess, hidden campgrounds. And I don't know, I'm going to start maybe doing a series on these, or I don't know, bringing these more to the attention of the peeps because they are just super cute. Super cute. Let me
okay.
share some more pictures of those.
So they know we're back. On the road.
Production, share screen. Nope, hold on.
So they know we're back on the road again.
Yes, the friends know that we are back on the road again. We are on the road again.
Ask them if they'd like me to do a multi-part video series on what happened with my back and stuff.
Bill would like to put it out there to the peeps if you would like him to do a part video on his back saga and what has been going on with his operation. Look at this, friends. This is another one of the part of the campground that we went to, and this was in Magnolia, Texas. And when we found this campground, it was behind a closed gate, and never in my wildest dreams I would have thought that they had like this little pond in the backyard that was going to be super cute. And I just loved it. It was so amazing. I love finding these little campgrounds. They just make my day, especially when you break camp and you come out and look, you're like, wow, this is not what I was expecting, but I am like very pleasantly surprised, right? Or it's been a long travel day and you get to your camping spot and then you break camp and you say, okay, let's go and explore, and then come to find out that the rando RV park you picked ended up being so cute,
Suck yeah.
right? So cute, like this.
But expensive.
And right there in that little building in the middle of that little pond, that is for the residents or the RV park in there, where it's got a lamp and it's got chairs up there and you can sit there and fish. It had a couch in there where you could just kick back and take in the scenery. I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, look at this scenery, right? And sometimes I would take my computer out there and sit there, take in the scenery, or get you a thermos of coffee and just sit out there. But this was a surprise. Like I said, Bill and I did not know that this small RV park in Magnolia, Texas was going to have like this beautiful pond, and right next to the beautiful pond they had this place where you could have a big bonfire. It was beautiful. It was a very nice campground. I was very pleasantly surprised. More bang for your buck, says Do It Bill.
Cool.
Johnny Lightning checking in late tonight. What's happening, Johnny Lightning? What's been going on in your life? Happy New Year, Johnny Lightning. We haven't seen you in a while. Hope this new year brings you new cheer and happiness and joy and blessings for you and your family and for everyone else out there as well. You're just in time for joining our campground talk, right? And last but not least, who doesn't enjoy having a decent pool when you're camping? Now, there are some of you that might know where this is, if you happen to be some of my Thousand Trails members out there. That is one of my favorite resorts, friends. That one is Thousand Trails Lake Conroe. I just love that park. The amenities, I just love it. Suck you up. And now that we traveled somewhere else, check out what I found. This is the park where Bill and I currently found, which was another one where we had to be out of Thousand Trails, and I was looking around the area trying to find something and ended up finding this park that also has a lake view. And how cool is that? I mean, how cool is that? Right? Look at this, friend. It's got a little boathouse, it has a dock, and it has a whole bunch of RV spaces. I might do a short or something like that on this park, or get some more extra pictures and post it up on Instagram and show the peeps around. But it's just, I don't know. I just like finding new places to camp that have lakes and rivers, and just nobody likes trying to find a campground and you get there expecting to have nice scenery and you're overlooking a parking lot.
Oh, like
Right?
like Las Vegas.
Vegas.
That was one where you're looking over a parking lot.
Oh, yeah, that's true. In Las Vegas, that is true. You do get to see some that are, here we go. You do get to see some that are just a parking lot, but it just depends on where you go, right? It depends on where you go. But some of these parks that we have found, I have been pleasantly surprised, and I'm going to start paying more attention on little parks around the area, and especially around Thousand Trails, for all of us that are members that sometimes look for a place to stay around there that is not Thousand Trails, that I can maybe do a couple of videos and post them out there and bring them to the peeps and give you some ideas, because we all travel to the pretty much almost the same places if we are all members of the same campground membership, correct? Johnny Lightning, yes, I hope 2025 is better than 2024, but it hasn't started out that way, but it's going to get better.
Yes, it is.
Oh, Johnny Lightning. Well, Johnny, I'm going to be praying for you and your family this year, and I am confident that this year is going to bring you many blessings and opportunities and more happiness and joy, and for all of us to overcome whatever obstacles or bumps on the road that we had last year on 2024, that 2025 is going to bring us better circumstances, better joy, better opportunities, more happiness, more friendships, more of the good. Right, friends?
Mhm.
More bang for your boxes. Could you believe that I finally go to RTR open house after 5 years? I have always been there since 2009, and I just don't like crowds too much. I love it, but after 1 hour, I am over with it. I'm with you, Mobang, for your bucks. I'm a little different. I don't mind crowds, but Bill is not a crowd guy. He's not a crowd guy. He'll take me someplace. Like if I want to go, he'll take me. But if it's like a parade or something like that, it's not his cup of tea. But
Oh my.
that's why I have my mama also. My mama's cup of tea is parades. So you just find your peeps, right? But he is not a big crowd person, just like you are. I don't mind though. It just depends on what the crowd is, right? What the occasion is, what we are doing, what the sentiment is. It just depends. It just depends, right? Let's see. I'm going over my notes here. I was going to bring something up, friends. Do any of y'all have an air fryer? Bill and I recently received an air fryer from my mom for Christmas for the RV, and I've heard all the rave about it on videos and the other RVers, and I'm obsessed, friends. It is super cool. I have been able to make wings in it, French fries, hot dogs, and I'm trying new recipes on there. And I don't have to use the propane to use the oven in the RV. And it's just Bill and I. Sometimes I just don't want to turn the oven on and preheat the oven just to make 2 servings of French fries. Right? It just doesn't make any sense. It seems like I would just be using too much propane, and then the French fries are going to take about 30 minutes plus another 15-20 minutes to preheat the oven. I mean, just even thinking about that makes me tired. But with this air fryer, I was surprised. I actually got the real potatoes from scratch, and I peeled them and I sliced them and I threw them in the air fryer. And that's what we had for dinner today. I made hot dogs and homemade French fries, and they were really good.
Yeah.
The fries in the middle, I mean, they weren't soggy, they were cooked, but they could have been a little crisper. If I would have crisped them a little more, they would have been perfect. But it works out great. I don't know if any of you friends have an air fryer, but I highly recommend it, especially if you're in an RV or you're a vanner. It's a lifesaver. You can do so much. I should have gotten one like eons ago. More bang for your boxes. I like parades. I like parades too. I love a parade. Just around stinky people. Yeah, sometimes it can be a stinky people. Depends on the parade, especially the 4th of July. Mobang says, "Oh my God, I love the air fryer." Right? I didn't know how versatile it was. I cook everything with it, says more bang for your bucks. I think I'm going to start doing that. I want to experiment with more recipes with the air fryer.
Summer will be nice. We won't have to run the stove.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys heard Bill, but the air fryer would be great in the summer where you don't have to run the oven. Mobang says, my induction stove is getting jealous of the air fryer. I would like to get an induction stove. I think that would be cool. Less mess to clean too. Yeah. Yeah. And I was telling Bill, I think now I haven't paid attention, but I am pretty sure that at Walmart or the grocery store, I have seen the air fryer liners, which would even make cleanup like so much easier. Just put the liner in there and put the thingamajig and then just go. It would take me sometimes like 40 minutes to an hour to make chicken wings. Y'all know how I feel about my chicken. Y'all know how I feel about my chicken wings. But sometimes it would take me at least 40 minutes in the oven to make chicken wings. And that just sometimes is a long time. 40 minutes, especially in the summer. In Texas, 100 degrees, and then you got to turn the oven on at 400 degrees for 40 minutes to make chicken wings. And you can do it in the air fryer. I can do it just for me, and in 20 minutes they're ready. It's amazing, friends. I I highly recommend it. I'm gonna work up some recipes, and I'm working it in my little head, and I might turn those into little shorts and post them up in the channel. That's really good sugar-free Kool-Aid. I highly recommend it. I love my convection microwave. It's so useful. I might get rid of my propane oven and use it for storage. Yeah, those are super great. My oldest brother, every time that I visit, I love cooking in his kitchen because he has a big old house and he has a huge kitchen. And in his kitchen, he has well, I wouldn't say commercial grade because it's not that big, but it could be considered commercial grade because of the capabilities. But it's a regular oven slash convection. And I just love cooking in it every time that I go to his house. You can roast the chicken in like 15, 20 minutes. It's amazing. Thrifty Angela coming in saying hello to everyone. Hello, Nancy. Bill saying hello to Thrifty. He's right there in the background, Angie. More bang for your bucks. For the nomad people, air fryer actually use very little to cook a meal, 150 watts per meal. Yeah, and I was thinking during, I don't know, during the apocalypse, friends, or an emergency or something, those of us that are RVers and vanners that have external power banks or the Jackery, you could probably plug in the air fryer onto your Jackery, worst case scenario, and you could cook yourself a meal if you had no other option. If you had no power and you had no propane, you could totally plug in your air fryer and have a meal if you needed to. And it would be a delicious meal too at that. I mean, oh my gosh. So surprising. More bang for your buck, saying hello to Thrifty and vice versa. And Thrifty saying hello to Bill. We are in the new campground. We finally set up camp a couple of days ago, as I was telling you, friends. Bill and I finally went ahead and got all of our tires done, and I am so thankful that I don't have to worry about that on the road anymore, that we are settled in our campground, and it happens to be a super cool place. And like I said, I'm going to take some pictures and go out there and do some shorts and bring it to the peeps and put it out there on the channel so y'all can get to know this park. And of course, unfortunately, for security purposes, I can't share the location of exactly where I'm at right now because sadly,
Reality.
I don't have to get into it, right? We all know. We all know. But we don't want to give the exact location of where we are. But I will eventually give the location of the campground and show you all the amenities and give you the address and show you the pictures and the videos. And that way, if you are traveling around this neck of the woods, then maybe it's a place that you can visit. And it also happens to have cabins, and it is not affiliated with Thousand Trails. And I'm actually thinking about maybe contacting the owner and seeing if maybe he'll let me have a tour of the cabins and I can snag some pictures and bring it to the masses as well. More bang for your buck, saying I fried 25 egg rolls for less than 500 watts.
Yum.
Wow, of a battery with an air fryer. You know what? More bang for your bucks. Bill and I also. Oh, that's right. Bill and I also have egg rolls. Bill and I also have egg rolls, which is also just like you said, more bang for your bucks for the egg rolls. It's just Bill and I. I am not going to turn on an entire oven and preheat it and use it for 40 minutes for 2 egg rolls. That's just, I mean, I have before. Don't get me wrong. When you went negro. You want a negro, right? But if like more bang for your bucks is saying, how many watts of the air fryer are you using versus like 40 minutes to 30 minutes of propane in the oven, it totally makes sense, right? It totally makes sense. The only time that I would maybe not use the air fryer is to roast a whole chicken, because I can't fit a whole chicken in my air fryer, because the air fryer is just for two people, for Bill and I, to make small meals like now, the hot dogs, some wings, some egg rolls, like more bang for your bucks was saying, and the bigger stuff like the roasts or a roasted chicken in the oven, right? And then maybe to reheat the roasted chicken, then maybe after the chicken is cut up, then yeah, you could totally put it back in the air fryer and crisp up the skin. It would be so delicious. It would be amazing. I am in love with the air fryer. I'm already thinking of recipes in my little brain to come up with, and I don't know, maybe even put it in a series of shorts or something along those lines. I am also working on, I know I say it all the time, I'm also working on new content. I am currently editing a video for you, friends. It's about a little festival that I got to go to in a small town. It was super cute. But I have been so busy this past couple of weeks with the moving, and then our slide broke. Our main slide broke again before we went to go get our tires fixed. And it was during the cold weather. It was 30 degrees outside. It was in the 20s with the wind chill. I'm under the RV with a broken bolt, and I'm trying to jam this thingamajig to get the bolt to come out. And if I can't get the bolt to come out, then we're not going anywhere, and we're supposed to be leaving the campground. And those stresses of travel day is what I am talking about. And then on top of that, you don't want to add the stress, are your tires going to make it? So here I am banging under the RV at 20-degree weather. It was so cold, friends, that my eyes wouldn't stop crying. You know, when you step outside and you get the cold wind and it's so cold that tears just like start running down your face. It was like that. Unlucky for me, I had gotten up and gotten all dressed up and dolled up for travel day, because we're gonna vlog, right? I'm gonna take a video and tell you, friends, our adventures. But my eyeliner, I was crying under there. By the time that I came in the house after being under there, I looked like an abused wife, or I looked like I got beat up, or I looked like I had a hangover, because it was everywhere. I couldn't feel my hands. And I even put my yoga mat. I have like a, I don't know, thin-ish yoga mat that I put on the ground for me underneath the RV, because the ground was so cold. I couldn't feel my butt. I couldn't feel my butt. I had to come in and take like 15-minute breaks to warm up. Until I told Bills, I can't do it. I can't get this bolt out. And we had to get the RV technician to come out there, and he did eventually get it out. And he did say that the bolt that was in there was already twisted, and that's why I couldn't get it out, because I could usually get it out and replace it, and we're on the road, no problem. I can fix the Starship. But this time I just couldn't. He said that he had to get a punch tool and get under there and punch it out of there and get it out. Then I had to go to the hardware store down the road to get new bolts and have it put in there. And this was before we even went to go get the tires. The good thing is, the RV tech was able to get the broken bolt out, did a very good job in putting the new bolt in. That is a grade 8 for the slide, that it's supposed to be extra super strength for the slide. And now our slide works better. It's more sturdy, and we were able to move and leave camp. So we were able to go and get the tires, bringing us to the beautiful campground that we are at right now. Right? It is pretty though, friends. It is really pretty. Like I said, I want to get out there and shoot some short videos, maybe take a couple more pictures and post it up on the gram. And speaking of the gram, if you haven't been following us, follow us on Instagram at Thin Blue Lane RV Life is for the channel. And I also have my own Instagram at Nancy.ThinBlueLane RV Life. And I usually post our stories, our travels, our mishaps, everything that has been going on with the channel on there. And sometimes it's a little bit more updated on our latest excursions and adventures that we have been having across America, my friends. What time is it? Is it almost?
Yeah.
Is it almost time?
8:30.
And speaking of adventures across America, friends, I am very happy to announce the channel has been doing phenomenal things to all of you. And I say it every time that I'm on here, and I'm going to say it again. Thank you for your support. The channel is what it is because of you. And I am super joyous and grateful to be able to have this platform to further my cause, which is helping humanity and furthering the good and performing random acts of kindness and finding beautiful campgrounds and things of that nature. And hopefully growing, right? Growing. I want to do this as a business, growing this as a business, get more revenue into the business where I can share more of this with all of my peeps and individuals out there that might need a little bit of extra cheer. And what can I say, friends? It's just being good. I'm just super humbled. And this holiday season, I was grateful and excited to announce that TBL on this 2025, it's already in January. I was super excited to be able to have made partner for some collaborations this year. I was able to do one with Rubbermaid that sent me a whole bunch of beautiful, super sturdy Rubbermaid totes with the lids in a pack of 6. And I did a partnership collaboration with Rubbermaid for our Instagram account. And when I started this channel, I remember, I don't know, first watching YouTube and having our first 5-10 subscribers with Bill and trying to look into the future and looking at other YouTubers. And I wonder like how they get this brand deals and how do you do this on YouTube? It's like there's no way that like so many people are going to watch my channel and things of that nature. And now here I am a couple of years later with we're almost to 9,000 subscribers with a collaboration with Rubbermaid. And it's exciting, friends. And I am hoping that the good can keep coming where I can spread the cheer around. You can also check out those totes on Instagram. And also for the month of January, I was also partnered up with another brand. This one's a beauty brand. Yes, because I'm a girl, I have to stay pretty, right? I have to stay pretty for my husband. I was able to partner with a beauty brand called Naked Sundays on a Instagram collaboration. So you can also check that one out on our Instagram page. I guess if I was a good producer, I would find the link and post it up in the chat. But Naked Sundays reached out and wanted to collaborate with TBL, and the collaboration consisted of this beauty spray. It's hydrating beauty spray with SPF 50 that you can wear over your makeup. And I just love it. And I'm not just saying this because they sent it to me and I made partner, which I am super excited about. And I love new collaborations, but just as a consumer and as a girl myself and as a traveler, when we're outdoors and we're hiking or we're camping, we're out in the sun a lot. And if I'm wearing makeup, I don't want to have to bust out with the white cream and have to do this number while I'm still wearing makeup and I'm trying to record video. But I also want to have my sun protection, right? And this spray is amazing. You just spray it on SPF 50 and you are good to go. I absolutely love it. I should have had a picture of that. How come I didn't have a picture of that? Well, it's on Instagram. But it's I believe it's a fairly new I don't know if it's a fairly new brand, but it's a new brand that I discovered. I can say that Naked Sundays is a new brand that I discovered, and I totally love the spray. And it is only the month of January, and so far this January 2025, TBL has already participated in 2 collaborations with 2 major brands, and I am excited about that. I am grateful about that. I am excited about the products because, first and most of all, who doesn't love Rubbermaid? I am an organizing queen. I love to clean. And also, friends, I am not going to recommend something that I don't use myself or that we don't have here on the channel just to have a collaboration. You can take that to the bank. I can tell you that much, that whoever I collaborate with in future collaborations, future companies, whichever the case may be, is going to be an ethical collaboration. They're going to have to match the values of this channel, which is quality and content and cheer and happiness and joy and furthering the happiness of humanity. And all those other cliches that come with it. So if you would like to participate in furthering kindness, please reach out to TBL and sponsor an episode. I can't see. I can't see. Make a small cornbread with an air fryer. Oh, I haven't tried that. Can you though? Can you make cornbread in the air fryer? See, now you're getting me thinking there, Mo Bang for your bucks. Cornbread, that sounds delicious. And all you need is just a couple pieces of bacon, and then that is it. That sounds absolutely delicious. That sounds delicious. That sounds delicious. This week, I am going to finish that video that I am working on the long version. And I also worked on some other shorts this week. I have been very busy, friends. I said we just made camp a couple of days ago here, and I hit the ground running. I was running out of content on my shorts. I had to today. I sat down and I cranked a whole bunch of those out. So that way I don't leave the channel without content, right? At least I am keeping you entertained with my shorts until I can start getting out my regular feature length videos of this last one that I am working on about the holiday season. I think you're going to enjoy it. I think you're going to enjoy it. I had a good time doing this video. It was a great place, and I think you're really going to like it. And I am also going to be working on bringing to you this beautiful campgrounds that I have been finding lately and having the good luck of running into, that have beautiful lakes and ponds and amenities that I can post out there for you friends, that if you're ever traveling in the area and you want to stay where I've stayed, or you decide that that is super cute, let's go there, that you have the ability to do so. Bill is doing good. He's still recovering from his back fusion surgery. Of course, it's a big surgery. It's going to take over a year for full recovery. He's still suffering from herniation problems from some of the discs above the surgery, but we're trucking through it, right? We have to help each other. We have to support each other. And that's why he's got a wife, right? To help out. She Devil Adventures. Hello, everyone. What is
Devil.
happening? She Devil, welcome, welcome. You're just in time. We was just discussing the latest tea on the channel, and I was telling the peeps about these new campgrounds that I've been discovering lately here in the travels on TBL. And we were discussing with Mo Bang for your bucks the amazing features of the air fryers for RVers and all of the amazing recipes that you can make in those. He was talking about making a cornbread in one of those. I don't know, friends. Maybe after this live stream, I'm gonna put it on the community tab and put it out to the poll and put it out there to the masses in my camping community and see how many people actually have an air fryer. Because like I said, before I got one, it was all the rave, all the RVers had one, everyone swore by it. It was around the Instapot area that all the RVers were swearing by the Instapot. I don't have one of those, but the air fryer, I do love my air fryer. And I can't wait to make tacos in it. Oh man, I got some chicken. I've been thinking about some chicken tacos. I'm going to try to make some recipes on that air fryer that I'm going to be bringing soon. You'll see. You'll see. She Devil Adventures, are they part of the membership that you have? No, actually, She Devil, that's the cool thing. They're not part of the Thousand Trails. I was telling the guys that these parks are just the ones that I found around the area where I want to stay when we have to be out of the Thousand Trails. And I just gotten lucky, and I've been pleasantly surprised that when we check in, they have beautiful ponds or beautiful lakes or beautiful amenities. And how surprising it is and refreshing that sometimes when you just hit up Google and say find RV parks near me because you just need a place to stay, and you pick a random one that happens to be beautiful. Let me show you this video. Look at this one. This is an example of one that Bill and I found while we were in Magnolia, Texas. And I even sent the video to my family, and they told me, it's like, I could not believe that Magnolia has an RV park that has that basically in their backyard. It's like, I know, right? It's super surprising, but it's refreshing, surprising to see things like that. Besides the airplane, right? We were trying to take in the scenery. But it's just so pretty. And sometimes you just get lucky. And sometimes you get unlucky, right? I've gotten lucky, the ones over here with the lake that look just really pretty, that you just, oh my god, I can't believe I'm staying in this RV park. It's so pretty. And we have also booked some of those where we just needed a place to stay that we've never stayed before, that ended up being not so good. I remember Bill and I stayed one, I think it was somewhere in Florida, Fort Lauderdale or somewhere along those lines, that it was the police was there daily. It was a fire truck. We woke up in the middle of the night to a guy that was peeing
Vegas.
like 2 feet from our window. It was nuts. And yes, in Vegas, also in Vegas, there's a little riffraff. It's a little rough. Sometimes you are not pleasantly surprised in the RV parks. In the woods of the Grateful Dead, T trucking, got my chips cashed in, keep trucking like the do man, says Johnny Lightning. It's a bake function on my air fryer. Oh, my air fryer doesn't have a bake function, but I kind of like it though, because mine is super simple. It just got a knob for the temperature and a knob for the timer. That's all I need, temperature and timer. Because the other one, like I said, I use my big RV oven for like to roast the chicken, to make a casserole, to make bigger dishes. And just for snacks and dinners for two, just for Bill and I, the air fryer works super wonders. Johnny Lightning says, cool, a place to fish, right? Rough riffraff. Yeah, on some of them it was a rough riffraff. It was, I mean, we ended up staying there because the other parks were full and we just had to. And I mean, for Bill and I, it wasn't a problem. I mean, we're both retired LEO, so riffraff is not an issue. But I don't know, for a family with, let's just say, teenage daughters, I would not, if I had teenage daughters, I would not want to stay in some of the parks where we have not been pleasantly surprised, or small children, or, like a solo woman vanner type thing. Maybe not optimal, but best case scenario, I enjoy these types of parks where you have to exit your thousand trails and you're just traveling around the country and you just happen to find a quaint, cutesy little park. And sometimes you don't even know where to look. And even if you go online, it's hard to find them. If you're like in the Magnolia area, how am I going to give me a cute little RV park where I can sit and drink my coffee, and it's going to have a cute little pond, and it's going to be aesthetically pleasing. And it doesn't work like that, right? Unless you have like YouTubers like me or like you guys saying, hey, check this campground out, that it's like so many miles from like Thousand Trails, and when I exited the campground, this is where I went to camp at, and you could camp here too if you're looking for a quaint little place where you can drink your coffee that is aesthetically pleasing, yada yada yada. So maybe we're going to be doing that and sharing those, because some of these are really pretty. I think individuals would enjoy staying there. I know I did. What time is it? Oh my gosh, where has the time gone, my friends? Where has the time gone? And for this new 2025, friends, I am sending out my best love and my best vibes and hugs to all of you, and prayers to all of you and your family, that this year is going to bring you blessings and more love and more luck and more opportunity, and everything is going to be great for us this year. I believe it. You'll see. And hopefully you'll see, it's only January, and like I said, TBL already had 2 partnerships with 2 major brands. So hopefully we can start expanding our little circle of good and start bringing in some additional revenue, some additional partnerships, start stretching out our goodness arms to the rest of our peoples, our RV community, our friends out there, everyone out there that just needs a kind word or just something good. You know what I mean? It's too much ugliness sometimes out there in the world to be adding fuel to the fire. There's enough people stoking that out there. She Devil Adventures. I like the ninja food. I have the not the chopper thing, but it's like the mini blender, the mini ninja. That one is good. That one is good for RV. Good night, y'all, says Mo. Bang for your bucks. Yeah, it is almost time, isn't it, friends? It is almost time. Here, 2025 is going to be amazing. It sure is. I believe it. I really do. And I also believe that in this 2025, if we keep ourselves within a positive attitude and have positive thoughts and have that conviction that what we are working on is going to come true, right? That we are going to receive what we are working on, that we are deserving of love and good things, and that we are going to be getting those in 2025 and supporting each other. There is no reason why we cannot achieve that. There's no reason why we cannot achieve that. And with this wonderful community here every Thursday, we can always help each other and build each other up. And remember, you can always be the instrument to be the answer to somebody's prayer. And if you can help somebody, please do so. Pass it around. Be a good be a good human. Have a great night, everyone. Be excellent to each other. And as always, thank you for spending time with your favorite Mexican. I am Nancy here at And before we leave, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave me a comment below. Let me know where you are watching me, what part of the country you are in. Let me know if you like this craziness. Let me know what the best surprise that you've had on finding a campground or the worst surprise that you ever got. And again, friends, thank you for joining me. Thank you, everyone that joins me around the world that is supporting the channel. I am here for you. I love you, and we will see you on the next one with your crazy Mexican.